Alright, everybody. What's up? It's your boy, TheTatermeister here, with Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. So yeah, as you know, I reviewed the first movie, so it's only logical I review the second, right? This is the second installment in the Twisted Childhood Universe by Rhys Waterfield and Scott Chambers and crew. Jagged Edge Productions, directed by Rhys Waterfield, written by Leslie, I don't really know his name right now. Matt Leslie, I think his name is. Starring Scott Chambers as the titular Christopher Robin and Ray Oliva as Winnie-the-Pooh. I remembered all this for this review. And I forgot who plays Tigger, but anyway. So, what did I think of the sequel? What did I think of Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2? Well, it was great. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. It might be slightly better than the first. Now, I'm not one of the people that hated the first movie. I'm one of the people that actually loved the first movie. If you go back to my first review, which I'll post a link in the description and in the comments, I actually did like the first movie, I know.
What?
Shocker, guys. I know, a lot of people really hate that first movie, and I understand. There's a lot of things to not like about it. But personally, for me, I really enjoyed it. I really loved that first movie. And this second movie really delivered again. As far as comparing them, I mean, I have to watch them back to back to really see which one's better. Because personally, to me, this isn't a humongous improvement like some people are claiming it to be. I enjoy it. But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, the second one's just infinitely better than the first, because I love the first movie, so I don't really particularly think this is infinitely better. It's just a different movie. It's a higher budget. I'll say the budget is the main thing. Like, the budget is noticeably better. Same with the special effects. The special effects are noticeably better. And that's because it's 10 times the budget of the first movie. Obviously, they're going to look better. Like, yeah. They went from a $100,000 budget to $1 million budget. Obviously, there's going to be a difference. Obviously. And I'm sure Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 3 will have, an even higher budget. But speaking of which, there is 3 more movies, before I get into more of the review, there's 3 more movies in this Twisted Childhood universe coming out. Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan, Never Ending Nightmare, Pinocchio and Strong, all leading up to the big one, Poohniverse, Monsters Assemble, which I'm very much looking forward to that. That'll be a very delightful time to watch in the theater. I'm excited to see a crossover movie of that magnitude. But anyway, let's get back on the movie at hand here. Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. What did I think? Well, I'll start with the positives. Here's the positives. There's a lot to say positively about this movie. It is a joy to watch. As a movie fan and as a Winnie-the-Pooh fan, and as, a fan of just... I wouldn't know if I'm a horror fan, necessarily. I guess I'm a slasher fan, because I like Friday the 13th. It was just... Some of the kills in here were gruesome. I had to turn away a couple times. But from a story perspective, it's definitely better. I say that's the biggest pro I can give this movie. Is that, from a story perspective, it's definitely better than the first movie. The first movie's story is just kills. Like, it's just Winnie and Piglet going ham, killing people. That's kind of the plot of the first movie. It's not really a plot. It's just kind of what happens, This one actually has a plot. It actually has a story to it, and that's mainly due to the writer. But, yeah, they actually try to make a story here, and it's really well done. I think the story is really good. Really well done. Now, it's a lot more slow pace in the first movie, except for the last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes of this are epic. I argue the best scene in this movie is Tigger's scene. Like, the 2 best scenes of the movie is when Tigger gets to do stuff, and Tigger has that one scene at the end, and there's that one final scene at the end with Christopher Robin and Winnie-the-Pooh. Now, I won't spoil what happens in this movie. There's a lot of twists and turns, and there's a lot... I just want you guys to go see it, because there's a lot of twists, and I was really surprised what they did. It was, really cool. But yeah, overall, guys, really fun movie. I'll get into some cons here in a sec, though. This movie isn't perfect by any means. Neither was the first one. Again, these movies are just meant to be fun. They're funny, fun time. They're not meant to be, you know, they're not meant to be taken seriously, or they're just goofy movies. Like, end of the day, it's Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey. What did you expect? It's Winnie-the-Pooh as a slasher villain. I mean, you better not be expecting, like, anything other than a goofy time, because that's what you're gonna get. And yeah, I had a great time with it. It was fun. Well, Owl was also great. I really loved Owl's character. Piglet barely had any screen time, which is good. Piglet's my least favorite character. And in both movies, he's pretty much a throwaway character. I mean, not so much the first one. The first one, Piglet had more to do. This one, Piglet is just kind of in it for like a little bit. It doesn't do anything. I don't even see the point why you had him in it. It's like, why? I don't know. Hopefully he has more to do in Poohniverse, Monsters Assemble. I don't know. Why is Piglet even, why'd they even bring him back? It's just, I don't know. Okay. But, I'll say Scott Chambers as Christopher Robin surprised me. I thought he was not going to be as good as the first Christopher Robin, and he did a great job. Honestly, he might have done a better job in the first one. He did a great job acting as him. Ray Liotta as Winnie-the-Pooh did a great job. The guy that played Tigger did an awesome job. Again, I can't stress enough, when Tigger gets to do stuff, which isn't a lot of scenes, but when Tigger does get to do stuff, it's amazing. I love Tigger in this movie so much. Tigger's my favorite Winnie-the-Pooh character, if you don't know. But I was very much excited to see him, and they delivered on this front. Okay. Now that I've spoken positive about the movie, you're probably wondering, Tate, what do you mean? You have negatives with the movie? Yes. Just like the first movie, I have negatives to talk about. I don't want to, say this movie is infinitely better than the first one, because it's not. If it was infinitely better than the first one, I would have gave it 5 stars, and it's not 5 stars. Also, another part I would say is the music. The music's still awesome. Maybe there's some scenes I feel like the music could have been better, but the music is still great. Anyway, the music's still great because of the same musician, I'm assuming. Same composer, but at least I think. Okay, so now let's get on to the negatives. So, this is kind of a semi-spoiler. Should I give a spoiler warning for this? No, this isn't really a spoiler. Basically, I'll word it in a way that's not spoilers. So, there's a scene where they basically reference the first movie, and they kind of are making fun of it, which I'm like, to me that was kind of a turnoff. Now, to some people, that's going to be great. Like, they're going to be like laughing their heads off with this scene. But to me, I was like, why are you making fun of your first movie when you made that movie? Like, and I thought you were, I guess they're not proud of it? I don't know, or they just did it as an Easter egg. I have no idea. But there's a reference, like they actually, I won't say what they do, but like they do something, that kind of turned me off. I'm like, I like the first movie. So for people that are fans of the first movie, that's going to turn you off, I feel. I feel like they could have cut that scene out or just showed something else. It just felt kind of weird. Like, okay, but that actually happened. Like, this is not movie's canon to this movie, so why are you making jokes about it? It's just kind of like, okay. Like, why? You're making jokes, but it's like, why? I don't... It's not like that's a different movie or a different person making it. I don't know, man. It was a weird thing they did. Another thing is, I feel like the movie conflicts with the first movie a lot as far as like the lore and the story goes. Like, it does a good job adding to the lore, but it also conflicts a little bit, and you'd have to see the movie to understand. I don't want to spoil stuff, but it's just, it feels like it's conflicting with the lore and story of the first movie a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to say it's like completely retconning everything, because I don't think so. No, it's not. But it can be a little confusing if you're not completely following along. Like, if you watch this movie and then watch the first one, I don't know. I just feel like it's diminishing the first one a bit. And that kind of turns me off. Because, again, I really like the first movie. So, why is this movie continuously trying to shit on the first movie? It's just, I don't really get that. Like, why? Now, to some people, this is great. Like, okay, I can just watch this one now. I don't need to watch the first one now. The first one sucks. I don't need to watch it. I can just watch this one. And I'm like, yeah, but the first one it was a fun movie. It's like, this is a fun movie. Like, why is this movie trying to, I don't know. It just feels like, this movie feels like it's not trying to pay homage to the first movie at all. It's just kind of doing its own thing, which I'm like, I don't know. Which is weird because the first movie is still canon to this movie. Like, why are you? I don't know. To me, there's also certain audio errors. Like, there's certain, just like the first movie, there's certain audio errors here and there. Like, I noticed them. But other than that, I mean, other than, like I said, the first movie had a weird scene. This movie also had the weird scene, which both scenes could have been cut from both movies. I feel like both of those scenes kind of detracted from, the movie itself. I don't know. I mean, that's just me, but. Yeah, I think I mentioned everything I needed to mention. Overall, guys, I don't think this is a perfect movie, and it's not, I think this has everything, you could want from a Winnie-the-Pooh Blood and Honey sequel. It's a step up story-wise, kill-wise, and stake-wise. As a sequel, it's fantastic. And I don't think, again, if you're a fan of the first one, you'll love this one. If you're not a fan of the first one, you might actually like this one. Because it improves stuff, so why wouldn't you like it? Overall, guys, I do recommend it, obviously. I like the first one. So I'm going to give this 9 out of 10, like the first one. I can't really say it's better, because, again, they're just different movies. I can't really say it's better than the first one, because, again, they're just both fun movies. Like, they're not really trying to be what they're not. Like, they're Winnie-the-Pooh slasher films. Like, I don't really think they're meant to be anything else. Like, they're just fun movies. Like, that's what they are. They're fun, entertaining, and, I really enjoy them. I know, as a Christian, that sounds weird. Why do I enjoy horror slasher films? Well, okay, I don't know. But anyway, guys. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited for Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan, Neverland Nightmare, and the rest of these movies. I'm really excited to see what Riz and the team, do. Rise? I don't know how to pronounce his first name. It's pretty sure it's Rise. I don't know. It's R-A-H-Y-S. Rise Frank Waterfield. Anyway, but yeah, I think that about covers everything. I don't know. I really just love movies, guys. Now, this isn't The Beekeeper. I don't know. I don't think anything's going to beat The Beekeeper this year for me. Maybe, I don't know. This year is going to be tough for The Beekeeper to get beat. Maybe, I'm trying to think of a movie that can beat it. Beetlejuice 2? I don't know. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, maybe? I am going to review Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Speaking of which, I should review the other ones. I'm a big Planet of the Apes fan, but especially the reboot series. Yeah, guys, that's my review. So definitely go watch it if you get a chance. If you can't watch it now, I'm sure it'll be on Peacock or on DVD or streaming service at some point. But anyway, guys, so I really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait for more. So, TheTatermeister signing out.